Good morning, one and all. Well, I got it back together, and like I explained in the last video about all points are not the same. So I haven't fiddled with that. I set the points, double checked it the next day when it was cold. Timing was still correct. They opened up just as the line was coming into the hole on the other side. And when it was still cold, I went ahead and adjusted up the push rods, adjusted them. One of them, I think the intake back there, it had I think it was a little tight, it was, so I loosened it up a little bit. Maybe one of the other ones was too, I'm not sure. But they all spin freely when they're totally all the way down. And then I wrote it, and I did find my old seat. It's one of them Comfort Flex seats. It's not there's one that has a rod that you pull that you can collapse that all the way to the back. And since I weigh about 130 some pounds, I have the springs all the way down. So and then I took my the spring in the tube there, and I took one of the springs, which is about yay big, and replaced it with a much lighter weight spring. So it gets close to the tank, but at least it's got a lot of good movement now up and down when I'm riding, which is, so it's adjusting along with the suspension. But I took it for a spin, and it's a very light cough. Usually when I'm backing off the throttle, a light cough. You have to be ready. It also can do it close to idle. So if you're taking a corner, you just have to be mindful of it. Now that's with the three. Well, I'd put the next size intermediate jet. I'm in the middle range for an 88-inch stroker, which I'm not really sure what. I think I got something like that. But yeah, let's see. I got 32. See, I marked them, and so you can go up to 29.5, 32, or 33. I put the 32 in. So I thought, it came with the 29.5. Maybe the person that did that knew more, and I'm sure they did, than I did. So I went ahead and put the 29.5 back in, and took out the 32. So it's still there, but not as pronounced. Not when you're cruising, but when you back off the throttle, you can feel it a little bit, like when your leg's up against here, you can feel it. I know a carburetor is not as precise as fuel injection and that kind of stuff, but just get it as reliable or smooth as you can. I'm trying. So if anybody has an idea, like I say, I got a 72 main jet, and it pulls fine. It starts great now that, I figured out the points thing, that if you change points, check the timing. Not just the gap, check the timing. And there's a guy that left a good comment on the other day. I think he's a new subscriber. Sorry, I don't remember your name. He suggested Delco Remy, and he gave me the 2 part numbers. He apparently he bought a bunch when they were cheap. Now they're not cheap. What is cheap these days? He's not close to his home. He's on deployment. Thank you for that, sir. And have a safe return home. So I'll keep an eye out for, and just to have them on. These blue points or whatever they were. I think they were blue point. I've got the piece of paper here somewhere. Blue streak or blue point. They seem to be fine, and they're nice and sturdy. And excuse me, and so that's where I'm at. If anybody has an idea, might, when you let off the gas, and maybe it's the exhaust. I mean, I changed the intermediate or pilot jet today, but I put these on. I got short ones, long ones. I got the one that turns out. Let's see, where over here, I think. And yeah, I got the one that looks like this at the end, and then I got this one that turns out like this. So I may put this one back on and see if when you're in the higher RPMs, if it backfires, or when you back off the throttle, sometimes it'll backfire out the exhaust. So maybe that's the exhaust. It's probably a little freer flowing than this one here. This one is pretty much intact as far as I know. I'd pick that up for, I think, $30. This big one here, I got both two of those if I ever could put dual exhaust, and it's original. It's supposed to apparently be clamped there, but I just painted it black. But then it has a normal clamp that I made or found or something. But there's my shorter one there. But so that's what's shaking today. Have a great weekend. I guess it's Friday again. Keeps coming around. So, well, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for all the comments. From Rap's Garage, I think that's his name. Ed and Ted. And there's a couple other folks. But, I'm lucky if I can remember my name these days. Well, peace. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.